Hello, hi, it's Zoe from Red Kitchen Girls. Just going to do a quick little demonstration today on some galaxy painting onto our little cake board here. I'm actually going to put a cake on this later on, so I am going to measure out roughly where I want the painting to be, and this is just going to be a nice little display for my cake later. So what I'm going to use today are these edible art paints, if you can see, and some rose spirit. I've got my paintbrushes and of course a toothbrush, which will come in handy later. I'll explain that a little bit later on. So all I'm going to do is do a quick watercolour wash on this board, and to do that I'm going to start with my lighter colours first. Now I want this to be a fairly bright galaxy, so I'm going to start with some of this really awesome colour, the pastel blue. I like to make a lot of mess too, so you'll get used to that. I have got the watermelon pink. I need to give it a really good shake first. These are really great new colours, these watermelon colours. I love them a lot. And what I'm going to do is add just a tiny little bit of rose spirit into these to water them down a little bit. And I want to get them to a nice runny consistency. You can see them runny there. So I'm going to start with my paintbrush. Might put a little bit more rose spirit in with those ones so I don't suck all that paint up in the first go. And all I'm going to do is dab this around my cake board. Now, that's the size of the cake that's going to go on there later, so I'm not going to worry about all of the inside of this board. I just want to get some of these awesome colours around the outside. I'm going to go then with my red, my watermelon pink, sorry, and go in here. And we want to blend these colours together. So you can see they're already starting to blend themselves, but a tiny little bit more of that rose spirit. How cool is that? Just dabbing that on there and just letting it do its own thing. You can see it's all blending in there beautifully. Alright, so of course, Galaxy Sky is nothing without a dark black base. So I'm going to squeeze some of my black in here. Again, a tiny little bit of rose spirit. I'm going to get in there with the black. And you can see that with that liquid, this is called a wet on wet. And it's kind of going in there, it's sort of doing its thing without me doing very much at all. It's the beauty of watercolour, is you just sort of let it do its thing. Let it get in there and blend. The liquid will all blend up together. A few little dabs just to give it a little bit of a helping hand. Alright. I'm going to come back in later on and give it a nice, really nice shine with some Shell and Shine spray. But for the moment, I'm just going to blend some of these colours together to try and get a bit of a cool sort of galaxy type mark around it. And again, don't forget, my cake's going in the middle of this, so we're not going to be too concerned. Some cool lines there. Now if you wanted to, you could take a little tool and you could scratch in some lines, get some little galaxy, some stars around here like that. What I like to do is take my white paint, and this is where your toothbrush comes in. So make sure that it's a toothbrush that you haven't used to clean your teeth. It's a toothbrush that's primarily just used for painting. This is one I got from a Qantas flight, thanks Qantas. Not really very good for brushing your teeth, you rip your gums out with it, but it's really nice firm bristles, are really great for doing some really cool effects. And you can see as I flick that on, so I just take a little bit on the end of my toothbrush, and then with my finger I sort of challenge back into primary school days, and I give it a bit of a flick. And that's given me a really cool effect on that board. And that is going to be the outside of my galaxy for my cake to sit on later on.